Hey cats, what's good? So today we're going to discuss some disturbing recruitment videos out of the United States. We'll do some comparison with some comparing from other ones from around the globe, and we'll discuss where it's going from there. But you know the deal, man. You want to hear it? Here it go.
Well, let me run it down, you communist, homosexual, faggot, dipshit, motherfucker. Fuck you! That's why! 'Cause fuck you! That's why! 'Cause helmets suck! That's why! And commies like you swallow!
Hey cats, welcome in. So today, like I said, we're going to discuss some recruitment videos, and we'll do a little comparing. These are just going to be clips here. In the first few minutes, I'll play you a few clips. We'll do a little bullshitting, and then at the end, it's going to strictly be 18 minutes straight of these recruitment comparisons. It would be comedy if it wasn't the safety and security of my country at peril, right? But, it is what it is. Obviously, you're not going to understand, just about everything that's said throughout these, at least the foreign ones. But they get the point across with the imagery and the tone. I mean, it's in stark contrast to what you're going to see here coming out of the United States. So the first one we'll start off with is the CIA, which is, this is kind of like a standalone. There's nothing really to compare this to. But obviously a pretty powerful state apparatus that, Central Intelligence, right? It's supposed to say it all. Well, they've taken their recruitment, I guess, to a new level. All right, check this out.
I am a mom. I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise. I am a walking declaration, a woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences, suggesting that a question has been asked. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or slip through the cracks. I earned my way in, and I earned my way up the ranks of this organization. I used to struggle with imposter syndrome, but at 36, I refused to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should be. I am tired of feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort, my brilliance. I am proud of me.
Right? I guess they want you as marginalized and as socially kowtowed as possible. I don't know what else to say. Propagating mental illness? Fuck, I don't understand the end game of this, right? This seems like a purposeful, at least image-wise, weakening of a pretty powerful apparatus that's feared, or has been for quite a while, right? Which I guess you could look at it good or bad. Let's make it a joke, but at the same time, it's a direct reflection on the country it represents. Okay? And when your country's weak and you've been the world power for as long as we have, dude, there's plenty of people that want that spot, right? Which brings us to the next clip. This one is the United States Army. Okay? It speaks for itself. I really don't got to say much. Talk about it afterwards. Check the shit out.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California, with a little girl raised by two moms. Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
What the fuck? What does any of that drivel have to do with, physical training, being able to travel the planet and, murder if need be, go without extended periods of rest, food, water, I'm sure. I mean, the list just keeps going. I mean, again, this is a purposeful softening of the most feared military around the planet, at least up until now, right? Again, I don't understand the end game of this. There is one. These people definitely don't care about you. They're not trying to be accepting. There is an end game to this situation, right? And now we'll compare this to the obvious, right? The country that they just keep goading into committing an atrocity. They just keep trying to get, obviously Russia, to do some serious shit so we can really get involved beyond just breaking your grandchildren, right? Check this shit out.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь знать себя? Познать границы своих возможностей? К черту границы! Ты готов ломать себя? Да, потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный враг вчерашний – ты. Твоя задача выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад.
Not the guys I think Antifa wants to meet in a battle, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna rip that fucking blue hair right off your head, bud. But, obviously, Russia's out here trying to raise beasts, man. They're making men. Meanwhile, they don't even know if they should have 3 toilets here. But, man, absolute insanity. Like I said, after this, there's going to be 18 minutes straight of these comparisons, including the full clips of the ones you just saw, the American Army and the Russian Army. But it has quite a few others as well. If you don't want to stick around, obviously, I understand 18 minutes is a while, but I promise you'll get the point pretty immediate. If you haven't already, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. Good times create weak men, and we are definitely seeing the repercussions of decades of opulence beyond good times, right? Especially compared to the rest of the planet, okay? Protect your sons, man. Teach them to be men. Why, it's legal, I guess. Right? Smell you later.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California, with a little girl raised by 2 moms. Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom. With such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class, and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life, a sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge. And after meeting with an Army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
Это первый день твоей новой жизни. То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не волнует. Теперь важно то, кем ты будешь сегодня. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Узнать себя, познать границы своих возможностей. К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя до изнеможения. Каждый день здесь боль закаляет. Шрамы, повседневность. Это ты решил себе что-то доказать. Командир здесь только для того, чтобы ты мог увидеть в нем врага. Потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный враг — это ты. Вчерашний ты. Твоя задача — выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад победителем. Потому что завтра первый день твоей новой жизни.
Exército que tem como missão defender a pátria e, quando convocado, participar de operações de garantia da lei e da ordem.
Este é o Exército Brasileiro de hoje.
Somos mais de 200 mil homens e mulheres trabalhando juntos, irmãos de farda, garantindo os poderes constitucionais, a soberania e a liberdade da nossa nação. Para isso, estamos divididos em 8 comandos militares de área dentro deste imenso Brasil. Respeitamos as diferenças culturais e geográficas de cada região e sabemos que somos parte de um todo. E assim, damos a vida por esta terra. Sabemos que não há nação sem história. Não há país sem raízes. Por isso, valorizamos cada página do nosso passado. E lembramos dos sacrifícios dos nossos heróis para manter este gigante chamado Brasil. Assim, olhamos para o futuro, mas sem deixar esquecida a origem da nossa força. Uma união de raças e credos. Assim nasceu, em 1648, o Exército Brasileiro. A partir daí, para manter este gigante, foram necessárias muitas campanhas de pacificação lideradas por aquele que é hoje o patrono da força, o Duque de Caxias. No cenário mundial, o Exército Brasileiro segue conquistando o respeito de organizações e instituições internacionais. Basta lembrar o trabalho dos militares brasileiros na Segunda Guerra Mundial. Agora, no século XXI, o nosso exército prepara-se para atender às necessidades de pronto emprego dos novos e constantes desafios. Enquanto seus programas estratégicos mostram o comprometimento com o país, o comprometimento com o amanhã. Mas é através das sólidas e das tradicionais instituições de ensino que a Força Terrestre segue investindo no que é a sua essência. O soldado. Um exército que colabora para o desenvolvimento científico e tecnológico do Brasil, buscando equipamentos modernos em defesa da nação. Este é o meu, é o seu, é o nosso exército brasileiro. Homens e mulheres trabalhando em defesa do Brasil. Exército Brasileiro. Braço forte, mão amiga.
vazduha temperatura će biti iznad prosjeka, a najtoplije će danas biti u Nišu i Leskovcu.
Propustite prijem.
Molim.
Halo, dobili smo uzbunu. Javi se odmah u jedinicu. Ponavljam, tata je uzbuna.
Kafilemiz yaklaşıyor. Hazır olun.
Emredersiniz komutanım. Kalk. Herkes ön bahçeye toplansın. İçtima var.
Dikkat!
Evet arkadaşlar, az sonra çok önemli yerlerden üst düzey misafirlerimiz burada olacak. Sizden Türk Silahlı Kuvvetleri'ni en iyi şekilde temsil etmenizi istiyorum. Anlaşıldı mı arkadaşlar? Emredersiniz komutanım.
Aslanım buradayım. Gökhan.
Rahat.
Allah'ıma şükürler olsun.
Kahraman Mehmetçiklerimizin fedakar aileleri evlatlarından, Mehmetçik sevdiklerinden hiç ayrı kalmasın, istedikleri an hasret giderebilsinler diye askerde serbestçe konuşturan Askersel Türkiye'nin hizmetinde. Türksel, birlikte her gün daha iyi.
forze armate. Io ci credo.
赵亮，
到！别头，到！
我们已经习惯打倒。
王局，到！转类动员大会现在开始。
一声到，是一句承诺。
军长同志，移防前准备完毕，请指示。什么？战！
一声到，是一种割舍。一声到，是一次重塑。
海上、空中、陆上各作战军群已修订完善作战计划。
一声到，是一场冲锋。我们用生命扛起使命，我们用忠诚筑起长城。改革强军，征途如虹。
历史告诉我们，改革创新与时俱进，是人民军队不断发展的康庄大道。人民军队的力量来自改革创新，人民军队的胜利来自改革创新。
祖国召唤，我必到。
若有战，终必回。
一声到，一声到。
I was going to put him.
Idiots.